and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bev. I go by the username Be More Creative both here on Flosstube and on Instagram. I am back, Flosstube 55, a little bit later than I planned. I have released my first creative vlog. I haven't yet filmed anything new. It has been chaotic. I mentioned in my last video I have moved. I've moved up north, and it was more than I thought it was going to be. Like, the move itself, I am 6.5, 7 hours away from where I was. Getting moved, getting settled in, starting a new job that I absolutely am loving, but it is very full on. So, which it is when you start any new job, and I absolutely love my job. I'm loving every minute. I've got the most amazing girls in my house. They are so lovely. I work in a boarding school, for anyone who doesn't know. But it has meant that I have not had as much time for stitching as I thought I would. And the past 2 weeks, I have actually had stitching time. I just have been struggling with not wanting to stitch. I've really kind of lost my stitching mojo. And that's going to show quite apparently in this video, because I have got one new start that I started last night, and that is the first lot of stitching I've done in 2 weeks. So yeah, hopefully stitching mojo will come back. I've just got to work out what to do. I'm in a lovely WhatsApp group with some lovely amazing women that I met at Big Stitch, and they've suggested a load of things, and some of it is working. I managed to do a little bit of stitching last night. I just need to get back into the routine and get stitching again. So despite that, I do have 2 finishes. Now this is from when I very first moved up here. The first one, you have seen the process for quite some time. This is Animal Crackers Lily by Stacey Nash, and I have a finish. I really love a fill-in project, and normally this is the kind of project I do when I have lost my stitching mojo, and I think that is a big part of why I haven't really been stitching, because when I don't have a stitching mojo, I really don't want to count. I don't want to have to do lots of colour changes. I like to have just a piece that I can pick up and just put stitches in, and that normally brings it back. So I think I either need to start another animal cracker, or I need to find another piece that can be a fill-in piece. But I did do a colour conversion of this, which will be listed down below. I changed it into, there's a few weeks dye works, but mainly cottage garden threads. You know I love my cottage garden threads. Absolutely love them. They're so much fun. But look at the green. The green in particular, that one is Meadow, and I think this worked so well for her skin. You can see the different variations in that green, and this dress is in Aurora by Cottage Garden Threads, and look at the colour variation on that. It is absolutely stunning. So that colour conversion will be listed down below. This, I think, is an 18 count. I can't remember what it is. So an 18 count mystery fabric. Yeah, I have no idea. Probably just a scrap that I had left over from another project. I then also, this is one of the ones when I very first moved up. This is Silver Creek Samplers Planting Daisies. I started this one, I can't remember if it was this year or last year, and I had most of it done. I just really needed to sit down and stitch the rest of it. This is stitched on a 20 count Chromatic Alchemy. I can't remember the shade name, but Chromatic Alchemy doesn't dye fabrics anymore. This is also my own colour version. A lot of Eileen Designs threads and Weeks Dye Works, and one Madeira thread. Which was for the green. The dark green is the Madeira. I think this is Oscar, Weeks Dye Works, Oscar for the words. Absolutely love how that turned out. Now, there is one thing I've got left to do on here, which is add some bee charms. So I know I have some bee charms, I just haven't been able to find them. But yeah, so that is second finish and the only finishes. But yeah, I'm glad to be have some pieces from Stash finished, because it was holding on to quite a lot of thread, so I can now put that thread back in my collection. And the only new start I have, and it is a bit of a pathetic new start, but I did start it yesterday. And I say pathetic, I think probably about halfway done. Fall is in the Air from Stitching with the Housewives. This is one of their little sideways strippers that they've done for this, was it this month? Last month, I think. They've got a whole series of full ones, and I'm doing this in my own Classic Colourworks version. I found I didn't have a lot of the Classic Colourworks in Stash, and the few that I did have in Stash were really, really light, and I wanted to do mine in a kind of darker autumn colourway, which I think is looking absolutely gorgeous. But yes, so I'm about halfway finished through that one. Hopefully I can get this one finished this week, at least get one of them done in the series. I started it, I was really enjoying it, and then this morning I've been busy. We had a photo shoot, we had other stuff, and I just was not interested in stitching. So that's the biggest thing at the moment, is I am just not motivated to do anything. I've been laying in front of the TV watching Kardashians. One of the things I have done, I actually was meant to mention this in my creative vlog, but I just kind of forgot all about it. I have ordered a Christmas advent calendar. I've been trying to work out which ones I want to do. I really enjoyed the ones that I did last year. I did the Modern Folk Embroidery and Evertote collaboration. Really enjoyed it. Was thinking about doing it again this year because I absolutely loved it last year. I haven't done it yet, and I think it's getting a bit late. I'm not really sure, but I also wanted to change it up. The other ones, I've done the KLT Charting Designs. That is an amazing advent calendar. I really love it, but my KLT Charting threads are pretty full and I have barely used any of them. I am terrible. I love trying loads of threads. I love collecting threads. I am a terrible hoarder of threads, and that means I just don't use them. So I have told myself I cannot get that one this year until I've used up some threads. Maybe next year, if they do one, I will be able to join that. What other ones did I do last year? I did Innocent Bones last year, which I enjoyed. However, once again, I have not stitched the two designs that came in that. There was two designs that came in that. That one did have a lot of stitching accessories, and I have been using those stitching accessories. So that one is a really good one if you want a bit of a mix. That one, she gave us two full kits, well, two full fabric, thread and little design kits, and then there was a few where it was like stitching on acrylic, and I think there might have been stitching on a piece of wood. She also had scissors. She had you had like a discount code for her shop, so you could buy your own like buy a PDF or buy a kit if you wanted to. So there was a lot of stuff in there that was really, really good. I just wanted to change it up a little bit. So this year I have changed it up, and the only one that I've purchased so far is Corey's Little Shop, and it is the first time they're doing an advent calendar. I've gone for their cross stitch one. It was a bit pricey. It's £158, which is why I think I'm also hesitating on the others, but I am going to do that one. I'm also talking with a friend of mine of doing one together, so doing one for each other. And then the other thing we've been talking about is we have so much stash. Like when I moved, I didn't realize how much fabric, how much threads, how many charts I had. And one of the things that she was saying is maybe we should do a shop your stash advent calendar. So pick out 2 or 3 charts that we really want to get stitched and either kit them up or have it as a little fun way where we can maybe find a chart that it doesn't matter what colours we do, like the Modern Folk embroidery charts, and shop our stash and just do the threads, which I was thinking would be really cool. Maybe even I can design one. If anyone would like to join in, maybe I could design one. I'm not sure I would maybe I could release it every day. I would have to see how much work that is. But I could definitely design a chart and we can split it up and have multiple like sections of the chart. That's one thing I'm thinking, because then I could use these gorgeous KLT charting design threads. So maybe I should do that. Maybe that's a way that I could actually get the KLT charting designs advent calendar, if she has any left, because I would use them straight away. I'm trying really hard not to get any thread advent calendars. I really want to get the Cottage Garden thread one. I got that from Poppy Patch last year. I am so tempted because I do use the Cottage Garden threads an awful lot. But then you would have seen my video at the start of the summer where Talking Dog Stitchery had a sale and I went mad and got a load of Cottage Garden threads, like 40 odd threads. But they are just so nice. I love them. And I mean, how can you not when they give you results like this? Simplest things to stitch just give absolutely stunning results. So let me know, do we want like a freebie design that you could stitch in multiple parts, so maybe do like a band sampler or something? I am happy to design something like that, and then we can do shop your stash and find different threads. Or if you are getting a thread advent calendar, let me know. Maybe I can jump on the bandwagon and use those threads for the piece. I'm actually seriously tempted. Maybe that's what I need to go look at after this video. So that's pretty much it. I really have not had the energy to stitch or anything. I don't know if that's just with the move. I don't know if it's I'm just like losing my stitching mojo again. But yeah, that's where I'm at in life. So let me know, are you getting any stitching related advent calendars? Are you signed up for any? I'd love to know what new ones are out there, because every time I watch Flossmas videos, I find a new advent calendar that looks absolutely amazing. So if you know of any, let me know down below. I know Caterpillar Cross Stitch do one. That's never really caught my eye as much. I know Coffee Crafts Fabrics is doing one, and I think I missed the window to get into that one because I would have loved to have got into that one. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting that and getting that one up and running. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment. So let me know, are you into any? Would you like to join in a Stitch from Stash freebie advent calendar type one? I'm happy to put something together. Doesn't have to be Christmassy. We could do something that's non-Christmassy. Just let me know and I can start thinking about designing something, because that would be really fun to do. And yeah, let's go from there. So I'm going to leave you because there's really no point in me waffling on. No one wants to listen to that, and I am going to go and see what I can come up with. All right, have a lovely evening, guys, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.